Hi, this is Alexis Tovar, and this is mine and Pachi's lesson plan template. Our content standard is History Social Science 1.5.1. Students describe the human characteristics of familiar places and the varied backgrounds of American citizens and residents in those places. Our substandard is students will recognize the ways in which they are part of the same community, sharing principles, goals, and traditions, despite their varied ancestry, the forms of diversity in their school and community, and the benefits and challenges of a diverse population. Our learning objective is students will be able to recognize the diversity in traditions, family structures, family homes, and the diversity in our classroom. Level of blooms that is applied in our learning objective is understand. Co-teaching model that is going to be used in our lesson is team teaching. So me and Paul will be taking turns teaching the students, and we'll come back to compromise together what needs to be changed and added. One teach, one to support. So one of us will be teaching a lesson while the other is helping students stay on task or passing out papers, but still being involved in the lesson. Evidence of mastery assessment is students will reach proficiency with 3 out of 5 on assessments. Materials and equipment and vocabulary that will be used is, the materials is flashcards, mind map, and Google Images. Our vocabulary will be diversity, community, culture, and tradition. So for the materials, for the flashcards, we will hand each student a flashcard with a picture on one side, and on the other side a short description about the picture. The picture would be of a diversity in our community, or a family tradition in a certain culture, and some celebrations that some cultures might celebrate. And the students will do a stand-up, hand-up, pair-up, and they will do that 3 times with 3 different students, and each student will read the description and show the picture to the student, and the other student will repeat what they said and what they got from it, and vice versa. For the mind map, students will draw one big circle in the middle and write down what was on their flashcard and little sub-circles, and write down small details or drawings that go with that. For the Google Images, us teachers will print out pictures of certain cultures, celebrations, traditions that students in our classroom celebrate or their families are involved in, and each student will be making their own poster board, cutting out and gluing the Google pictures from there, and with the us teachers will be making one too, so we're all involved. Engagement. Our engagement is to get students' attention by introducing myself and my personal traditions, and my co-teachers' personal traditions, and traditions we celebrate, and our unique home structure. And our exploration is let students explore different kinds of storybooks about other cultures with their pair in the setup station. Have students see all the materials of different cultures that lay out in the classroom and let them observe. Have students come up with questions of what they do not understand and what they already know about other cultures. And with the poster boards that students made, and as well as me and my co-teacher made, we will be doing a show and tell. And with the show and tell, each student will be able to bring objects from home that identify with their tradition, celebration, culture, and they could even bring food, so we could so the whole class could see, get a taste of, or get an idea of their home structure. And lastly, explanation. We will have students pair share or show and tell about their family traditions with the poster boards. We will have students explain what they didn't know and what they do know now, and the items that they bring, what they represent, and what their family uses them for, what they mean to their family. We will go over unfamiliar vocabulary, ask what ideas students might have about the vocabulary words before going over the definition. After we identify vocabulary words, we begin going more in depth and using those vocab words, and there will be like a sentence structure written on the board so each student can see, and when I ask if they could give me a complete sentence, they'll use that sentence structure to give me their answer. Some barriers to that is students becoming off task. Students might become confused of what they are doing, difficulties finding items, difficulties in comprehending and explaining to the classroom about the items, and difficulty assessing their own understanding. And a solution for that is to refocus them. Refocus when things get out of hand. Remind students if they are off task. Give students small guidance right on the board of each steps that they need to do, and they could go up to the whiteboard and probably write them down so they have them right in front of them. Build up stations for students to explore. Give students examples about the exploration they need to do. And a metacognitive statement that we wrote down for explanation is to give every student who wants to share a chance, and remember to ask students if they understand about the topic. And that is what we have for our lesson plan. Thank you.